My dear students, as we are talking about write up the interview after an interview taking, so it is also very much important to consider some important rules as well. So there are the role of documentation in the selection process is a very critical. So we must need to know that how to document and what we need to document during an interview. Some interviewers believe that note taking will offend applicants and make them uneasy. Is that a case? Is that really a case? But I don't believe on it, because candidates are not meant to be offended by note taking. If you feel this way, tell the applicant at the beginning of the interview that you are going to take a notes, that you are going to take some notes about the interview, that how it is going to be happen. And you make certain that you have a sufficient information upon which to base an effective evaluation. Because you must need to have some basic things in your mind on the basis of which you are going to make a selection decision. And if you are making a selection decision and you don't have any information to put forward, then how you can make a decision? So you have to convince the interviewee or the candidate that note taking is vital, and without note taking, it would not be easy for them to make a better decision. Most applicants will not mind, even preferring that you do take notes. Some of the applicants would prefer that you must take notes. After all, jobs have many applicants competing for them. So every number of applicants are competing for them, and they would like you to take notes so you can make an effective selection decision at the end of the day. Avoid subjective language. It is one of the basic components of documenting the interviewing process. So avoid subjective language. Effective post-interview documentation should avoid the use of subjective language, even if complimentary. All language that is written down should be objective. Objective means it needs to be very much clear, and it needs to be very much purposeful for us making a selection decision. And for example, saying that an applicant is attractive is a subjective statement. Is that a subjective statement, that you are saying that applicant is attractive? It is very much important to know that what is meant by attractiveness. Different people have a different meanings and perception about attractiveness of candidates. So it is a subjective, but if it is written properly that what attractive means, then it would not be a subjective and it would be more objective. On the other hand, writing that the applicant's appearance is consistent with the employee image desired by the organization for this position would be objective. So if you are saying this, that applicant is attractive, it is a subjective language, and you need to avoid such kind of language. But if you are saying that the applicant's appearance is consistent with the organizational requirement, then it would be objective. Same thing you are saying with a different meanings, it would be objective. As you can see from this example, objective language generally takes longer to write and requires a greater effort. It is not easy to write an objective language. So you must need to be a professional interviewer, and you should know that how to write an objective language. It's easier to say that someone is attractive than it is to write the objective version of the very same thought. Is not quite easy. So you need a lot of practice in writing such kind of objective statement. However, the term attractive may not mean the same thing to everyone as it does to you. So you must need to mention some objective language so you can make the selection decision more effectively. Hence, it would not be useful to future interviewers reviewing your notes, or even to you, since your opinion as to what constitutes attractiveness may change over time. So you are not the only one in the whole interviewing process. There are a number of people who are appearing in an interview. So everyone need to make a decision. And if your interviewing notes are mentioning that the applicant is attractive, what attractive means to your colleague who is evaluating the whole interview process, who is going to make the final selection decision? So you need to mention something very objective, that they would consider that the appearance of an applicant is consistent with the organizational requirement. So this thing can be easily understood, but attractiveness or attractive word cannot be understood, and it is quite subjective, and it has different meanings by the different people. So better to avoid subjective language and mention the same concepts in an objective way.